Hi, my divine darlings. How are you guys? I want to talk to you tonight. I want to talk to you tonight about setting apart time to practice your craft. This is of utmost importance, right? And I think I've been skipping over this with all the things we've been talking about. So I wanted to come back and just run this through and make sure I clearly covered this. So we are talking about setting apart time for your craft, right? Mastery, it don't happen by accident. Beyonce is not Beyonce because she just rolled over and became Beyonce. She put in the work. And we're talking about developing the God that is in us, awakening this aspect of us, learning how to tap into our power and be these powerful beings that we've been called to be. In order for us to do that, it is going to take practice. We are going to have to develop it. We are going to have to cultivate it. Okay. So just like Tiger Woods put in the work, just like Beyonce put in the work, you too are going to have to put in the work. So I want to make sure we're clear on that. Okay. And I also want to make sure that you are clear on the fact that you're free to move however you are called to move, however you feel led to move. Depending on where you are on your journey, a lot of us are coming out of these restricted environments, right? So whether we are just talking about the society we live in or whether we're talking about religious environments that we have come out of, and you have a lot of people around you telling you, you can't do this, you can't do this. I'm here to tell you, you're free to do whatever it is you desire to do. There's no rules over here. There's no rules outside of the rules that you give yourself. Okay? Outside of the rules that you give yourself. I tell people all the time, if you feel led to work with your ancestors, work with your ancestors. And we're all on our different journeys, right? I may not feel led to work with my ancestors, but you may feel led to work with your ancestors. I might not feel led to do yoga, but you may be led to do yoga. I might not be led to work with crystals or any of this other stuff, but you are. So you are free to move however you desire to move on this journey as you develop your power, as you develop your gifts that are inside of you, right? And nobody gets to tell you that you can or that you can't. Okay, this is your journey. It's an individual journey, and you have to learn how to begin to listen to yourself and be guided by your spirit. Okay, we have again, we're coming from these different environments, and in these environments everybody else has told us what to do. The preacher, our boss, everybody, whoever. You choose who wore the white coat. In nursing school we had this thing of the white coat mentality, where they tell you a person of authority tells you to do something, you don't question it, you just do it. Now you are learning how to become the person of authority in your life. You're learning how to be that person in the white coat in your life. So you have to learn how to tune out all of these other people telling you yay or nay, this is demonic or this is not. You have to be guided by your own spirit. This is part of the journey that you're on. So I'm giving you permission now to do whatever it is you feel led to do, to create the rituals that you feel led to do. You may read something in the Bible. That's how I learn my magic. I use the Bible. That is how I learn my power. I use the Bible. I may have read something. You may read something in the Bible and it stands out to you. And you say, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to work with that name of God and see what happens. I'm not going to use this name. I'm going to use this name and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to do everything what I'm seeing in this book. I'm going to see, I'm going to do that in my own life and I'm going to see what happens. That's what this is about, right? We're learning how to be our own scientists. You're going to experience it and you're going to do some stuff. Some stuff ain't going to work, may not work out in your best interest. And you can be like, oh, I ain't going to do that no more. And some stuff you're going to be like, oh my God. And you're going to keep doing it because it works. You have to be the scientist to figure it out, just like when you were in science class and you might have mixed two chemicals and you said, oh, we're not going to mix those two chemicals no more. It is the same thing, okay? It is the same thing. You are seeing what works and what doesn't. So you're free to figure that out. And you're free to be the voice of reason in your own life. You're free to be the boss in your own life, okay? You don't have to get nobody else's permission. If your spirit say do it, you're free to do it. But I also would tell you to, look, make sure you are looking at the big picture. What are the consequences? What are the pros and the cons if I do this? And trust yourself. I remember I shared this story before. I'm going to share it again. There was a time when I first started moving in this direction. And I was going to do something, right? I can't have y'all in my business, but I said I was going to do something. And I went and I got everything and I was going to do everything. And I was about to go to town. And my spirit, I sat down to do it. And my spirit was clear as day. It said, don't do that. Don't do that. And I didn't question it. I cleaned all that stuff up, threw all that stuff in the trash. I didn't even take it back to the store. It was like, I hear you loud and clear. I threw all the stuff in the trash and I went on about my business. Now, fast forward a couple years, I realized if I would have did that, I would have really messed myself up. So you have to learn how to listen to your spirit. But I also digress because I'm not talking about that. I want to make sure you are clear on making sure you set aside time for you to develop your gifts, to develop your power. That is of utmost importance, okay? And be clear on distractions, right? Social media can be a distraction. Our jobs can be a distraction. Our families, our children, our spouses can be distractions. And you have to set aside time for you to develop your gifts and your power. And it doesn't matter these other things that can come in. You have to give them their space and give you your space. Okay? So be free to create these powerful rituals for you that develop and strengthen you. And make sure you set aside time to do the work. That's what it's about, okay? So I'm the Biblical Mystic, and I'm here to remind you to stay in an authoritative state in your life. Stay in an authoritative state in your life, and it starts here. You think authoritative thoughts. You move in authoritative ways, but it starts in your mind. You are the authority for you. So stay in an authoritative state, think superior thoughts, and embody your truth. I love you.